Put your money where you're able to differentiate yourself and add value that separates yourself so you can get ahead. Don't waste it.
The difference between having $100 and $1,000, or a dollar, or a penny and $1,000. I mean, I've been blessed. I mean, I made a lot of money at a relatively young age, and was a millionaire a few times over. But just in terms of what you can do and the opportunities it buys, there's no comparison. Well, people, that I'm close to, I know what's going on, and so it's really easy, and if I don't know you, reach out to me on Cyberdust, and I've got 30 seconds to decide whether or not I want to know you. I don't do a lot of meetings, I don't do a lot of phone calls, I don't do a lot of sit downs. I do almost everything through Cyberdust or email, and that makes me a lot more efficient and gives me a lot more time. In terms of people wanting things, it's the best problem in the world to have. And so I try to be nice, I try to be considerate. But people know what's important to me and what's not, and either you fit in that or you don't.
One of the most important things on your pathway to success is about your mindset. One of the mindsets you want to have is to have a billionaire mindset, like Mark Cuban. And the best thing to do is use every single day as an incredible opportunity to further your wealth, your knowledge, and yourself. Look at every single day as a new opportunity to do something different to further your life in a way that you want it to go. There's going to be opportunities out the wazoo. You just have to look for them. So many people say that they can't be successful, or they can't pursue their goals or their dreams, or whatever the case may be, and then they make all these excuses as if they don't have enough time, or they don't have enough money or energy, or it's just not the right environment, or whatever the case may be. But all of that is just what it is, an excuse. You just have to be willing to go out and look for it. Because how many people truly want to be billionaires? Sure, everybody does, but only the people that are billionaires are the ones that have truly sought after trying to become a billionaire. So you need to have that mindset of doing whatever you can every single day to get one step closer to that goal of yours, that milestone, or whatever the case may be that you want to reach. Try to get there one step at a time every single day. By just doing a little bit here and there will go an incredibly long way when you won't even notice it, until you've become successful, and you'll wonder how you got there, and you'll look back and notice all those small steps which you made every day.
To go after it. I mean, the thing about being an entrepreneur is it's just all to you. A lot of people like to make excuses. I don't have connections, I don't have money, I don't have this, but if you find something that you like to do or love to do, be great at it and see if you can turn it into a business. In worst case, you're going to have fun doing what it is you love to do. In best case, you can turn it into a business. I'm just not big on excuses. I just think if everybody has that opportunity to go for it, they just got to do it. First of all, if you're starting a business and you take out a loan, you're a moron, right? Because there's so many uncertainties involved with starting a business, yet the one certainty that you'll have to have is paying back your loan. And the bank doesn't care about your business, or whoever you borrow from, unless it's family, doesn't care about your business, and so it's just a complete conflict. 99% of small businesses you can start with next to no capital. It's more about effort. Small businesses don't fail for lack of capital. They fail for lack of brains. They fail for lack of effort. Most people just aren't willing to put in the time to work smart. I mean, they go for it in a lot of cases, but they just don't recognize how much work's involved.
Great content is still great storytelling, great interviews, right? And it just wants to find its way to people who want to consume it. And so the question becomes, how do you deliver it? And so I think the NBA and the NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, all the major sports, MLS, we're really screwing up by not saying that television is the best way to consume a sporting event, right? Because it's horrible, like if you're trying to watch a game via streaming, and on Twitter, they're 4 minutes ahead of you, right? You can't be on Twitter and you can't interact. It's high latency. And so I think we're missing an opportunity, and I've said this to Adam, that we should be promoting that TV is the best way to watch a sporting event. So that's one thing, right? Second thing is we're going into a world of 5G. And so 5G is going to be a lot higher performance than what we're seeing now. And so, you talked about your parents cutting the cord. You're going to see a lot of people cutting the broadband cord. So not being dependent on a wire coming into their house or fiber to their house, they're just going to use 5G. That will open up a lot of new opportunities to deliver content.
With a lot of new technology over the years, it starts off as something that people are curious about, it's curiosity, and then businesses look at it and they're not quite sure how to deal with it. And so it becomes a checklist item. We don't want to miss something. right? So let's make sure that we've got it covered. And so with agencies and big brands, you're starting to see that right now, right? Where they're like, okay, let us show you how you can implement Alexa and voice activation and voice purchasing, be available so you're compatible with Show and how people can reach it so they can watch things. And so I think that makes sense from an agency perspective and why you're starting to see things there. In terms of content, it's like the early days of the internet. I was around the beginning of PCs and local area networks and the internet and streaming and HDTV. And when there's a lot of different choices, it's hard to stand out. But you've got to understand, and you have to be there early in when you're creating content, because even though you might not get a lot of traction early on, you get the strongest understanding because there's not a lot at stake.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.